Okay, okay. We're here. We're back. It's 3 for the money. New episodes every Thursday. Week 3 is done. I might be done. This is one of my worst weeks. At least it felt like it. My record doesn't really show it, but it just felt like I just took a beating this week. Oh man. After the noon slate, I only won one bet. That was very, 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 very depressing. So, um, I,
Well,
I
well,
guess I'll go ahead and
you're
what's
not
that?
alone. You're not alone.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, but my Surefire was easily the biggest miss that probably
yeah.
I've ever done.
Yeah.
I mean, I took
That,
it, so I can't I'm not gonna shit on you, but oh my god, that was the worst.
That's like you, Chris, with betting the over in the lowest scoring Super Bowl of all time.
Yeah, honestly, you get to tell your grandkids one day, I bet the Broncos in the second worst ass kicking in NFL history. That's something you should be proud of.
Yeah,
I'm not.
honestly.
I bet the
I'm not
over.
proud of
I
it.
I bet the over in the lowest scoring Super Bowl ever. And I will one day get to tell my grandkids I did that because Pop sticks to his guns. If it's a Super Bowl, Chris is betting the fucking over.
As
Yeah,
you
it
should.
doesn't.
but but
Doesn't feel that good.
I mean, I bet the Broncos too. I thought it was a sexy dog, and holy fuck,
Yeah,
that
that's
was.
that was not fun. But
It
I ended
was.
up going.
Well, I would say it
I
was
ended up
kind of
going.
fun. Sorry. Once it got to okay, there's no way they're covering this. Just it was like every time I check my phone, well, Dolphins scored again. So that part was kind of fun, but
It
yeah,
became comical at
oh,
one point where I was
Yeah,
just laughing.
she's like, oh, the Dolphins are in the red zone. Oh, they scored again.
yeah. That I didn't share that probably because not only my bet, but also I was facing someone with Raheem Mostert in fantasy football. So he just took a massive, fucking huge sky dump all over my chest. And it did not go great for me. But you know what? It's week 4. We're going to move on. My record was 3-5. It felt like I lost all my bets. I think that's because I take the bandit parlay and then on Sunday morning, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna throw in. I want to throw in some of these games, some more of these games. So it feels worse. Um, and I thought I did give out Bengals -3 on Monday night, but I ended up giving out Bengals -2.5. So that bet
Cash.
did hit.
Cash.
So either way, I would have pushed. Whatever. We're moving on.
Oh yeah,
Chris,
push, I guess.
what? How did you do?
I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I went 5-6, but I was 2-6 after the afternoon slate on Sunday. And it felt like just everything I did was wrong. It was so bad. But I mean, I got the under in Sunday night. I had the Eagles and Bengals. I had Bengals money line on Monday night. And then I had if you follow me on Twitter, my parlayed over 3.5 field goals for both Monday night games. That cashed. So, what was a dog shit Sunday turned into like an all right week, honestly. So we'll take it. Still pretty down on the year, 16, 21, and 1. But you know what? It doesn't feel like it, and that's all that matters.
Vibes are all that matters.
I mean, that's look, I don't want to look at I'm covering up that record right now. Who cares about it? Let's go.
Yeah, I'm one terrible Sunday away from pulling a full Costanza.
But you're one great Sunday away from being all the way back.
You're right. I am.
We're in the same boat. We have pretty much the same record right now. We're fine. We're getting back this week.
We're working. We're working towards it. We're going to work. Sean, how did you do?
Um, not great. Not very good. Um, I was 4-7. Uh, Lost my Surefire for the first time in this season. Um, I didn't give this out on Twitter because one of our buddies sent it to us literally 2 minutes before the game started, but told us that, as everyone knows, Taylor Swift was at Arrowhead, and he said to bet Travis Kelce anytime touchdown. So I just emptied the bankroll onto Travis Kelce anytime touchdown. And God, thank God she was there, because if not for that, I would be in a hole, if I'm being honest.
It happened late too. That was
Yeah.
like late third quarter.
Yeah.
We were
That was
just
kind of a sweater.
we were
I
just sitting on the
remember-
couch. Oh, go ahead.
I think I was taking a nap. Like, I had my eyes closed, and I just hear Will go, Travis Kelce scored. And I just like, what? But
It was that hour.
yeah, got the Steelers money line, which was plus money, it was always meant to be. And I don't know why I put my faith in the Bucks, but I did. And but I did get Bengals minus 2.5, so I did get the win there. So thank God. But yeah, pretty disappointing week, and I'm just kind of ready to get into week 4, because I kind of like these plays, but I don't like the slate. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. Last week, I was in love with the slate, and I was in love with all of my picks. And if you've ever bet anything consistently, you know that when you love your picks, it's most of the time always trash.
It's
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah. I think I came
Yeah.
into week 3 a little too high, because
I mean-
I've been doing pretty well, and I was like, oh, I don't have to worry about any of these. Wrong. I had to worry about all of these. Except for the Texans, surprisingly. Which,
That was the best.
Yeah.
That got me through.
what a
the
snipe.
news slate.
What a snipe by me. First off.
It was, because you said it, and I was like, "Yep, taking it."
Yep.
So all credit to you.
I called that, and I'm patting myself on the back for that one, because I don't think a lot of people tailed that one, to be honest.
I did.
Well,
I
except
didn't.
for you. See? That's what I'm talking
I
about.
I
Smart.
just stayed away, but all right. Well, let's get into these games. This is the first week of the European series of the NFL, NFL European edition. First London game, Falcons, Jaguars. Jaguars, I guess we can call them home favorites by 3 points. They essentially live there at least a week every year.
They're living there
They're
for-
London's team.
They're living there for 2 weeks this year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Chris, what do you think about this game?
I mean, it's not essentially a home game. It is a home game. The Jags are London's team. Also, the Falcons are terrible on the road. So, I mean, this is as much of a road game as it gets. You're going to another continent. Jags minus 3, and I got a stat to back it up.
Oh,
What?
go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead.
International favorites all time are 25-14 against the spread.
Mhm.
So Jags minus 3. I also think they're just better. I don't think the Falcons at home are a completely different animal than Falcons on the road. Falcons on the road are bitches. Falcons, I thought they were going to roll into Detroit and run it down their dicks, and they were terrible. So Jags minus 3. They need this get right game after getting blown out. Not blown out, but getting their shit handed to them by Houston. So give me Jags -3, bounce back spot.
That's my pick too. This is when they show out. So, and I did see like those like London stats. Sean, what do you think?
Well, I don't agree really, but
Okay.
I just want to preface this by saying this is a pure Arthur Smith play. Arthur Smith owns the Jaguars.
Ah, damn it.
He owns the Jaguars. I think
Damn it.
he's like 6-1 against the Jags all time as the offensive coordinator for the Titans and as the Falcons head coach. Yeah, this is just a pure vibes AS play. Falcons +3. And that's really all that I have to back it up. And
I mean,
you know, like the Jags also have not really impressed me all that much.
I mean,
this
they haven't
season.
played well at all.
No, I mean,
Who do they beat week 1?
The Colts.
The Colts.
Colts. They're not very good.
Yeah.
And then they lost to the Chiefs, which wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be. But then getting railroaded by the Texans isn't good.
Yeah. So I mean, don't get me wrong, I have doubt. And, you know, if the Jags end up covering this game, I won't be surprised at all. But this is just a pure vibes Arthur Smith play at Falcons +3. Falcons like to keep it close. They didn't keep it close last week. But the past, week 1, week 2, they've kept it pretty close. So I like them +3 here. So that's my pick, and I'm sticking with it.
Arthur Smith is the sexiest head coach in the NFL. So, no, that's what are we talking about here? Come on.
He could be your sexiest. He can be your personal
You guys
sexiest.
are lying to yourselves. You seen that mustache?
No.
Have you seen that chin?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, there's multiple.
A chin only a mother could love.
Take a look at Sean McVay. He's got a perfectly lined up beard. Oh man,
he's too hot.
All right.
He's trying.
Maybe we should.
All right.
This is a different podcast. I think this might be a separate podcast.
Tune in where we power rank the hottest head coaches in the NFL.
All
right. So the next game should be a barn burner. At least that I just see the names on the paper, and it just screams barn burner to me. We got the Dolphins at the Bills, divisional matchup. This one's a tough one. I do have a pick, but I'm going to throw it to Sean.
This isn't hard. What are you talking about?
All right.
This is the easiest pick in the world. It's over 54.5. It has to be. Like, what more do you want from a division game like this? From these two explosive offenses? I looked at this game when we were texting about what games we were going to talk about. I saw that, and I was like, oh, that's the over. I don't care what it is. It's the over. And I looked it up on the book, and it was 54.5, and I was like, yeah, I'll still bet it. So, I'm going over here. This is going to be like one of the best games, and unfortunately, it's being played at noon for whatever reason. And we've got Chiefs and Jets Sunday night they should have flexed that game. I don't know if they can, but this is a crime that this game isn't primetime, if I'm being honest. It's a crime.
It is. No, you're right. Why can't they flex games in the the Jets should have been flexed out of every primetime game.
Yeah.
As soon as Aaron Rodgers' Achilles snapped, Roger Goodell should have been on the phone. Hey, we're not doing this. Zach Wilson, God bless him, is the worst quarterback I've ever fucking seen. So,
Yeah.
what are you doing to us? But we'll get to that game later.
Yeah.
But
So that's the
I
play.
agree. This is the best game of the slate. So yeah.
Is that your pick also? You're going over?
No.
No?
I
Okay.
wanted I wanted to.
All right. What's your pick?
Um I'm going Bills minus 2.5. I think it's just a comeback to earth moment for the Dolphins. I also think the public's going to be all over the Dolphins. Oh, they scored 70 points last week. They're plus money right here. This is fading the public and like Dolphins just, I mean, they're not going to score. Obviously, they're not going to score 70 points again, but I don't even think they'll score 30 points. Like, that's just to be that revved up after going all out 2 weeks in a row. I don't see it. Um, I wanted to bet this over, but I bet this over the first time they played last year. And I thought the same thing. It's like, oh, this is going to cruise. I thought it was like 50 something. And I was like, oh, this is going to cruise, no problem. And it was like 20 to like 24-20. I think it was the week of the butt punt,
Mm,
if y'all remember that. So
mm,
that's why I was like, I can't pull the trigger on this over, even though I did want to, but I'm going to take Bills minus 2.5.
word. Okay. Well.
Well, what you
I'm going to take the Dolphins. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I mean, I thought about changing it to the over because Sean's argument was just so convincing, and I don't know. I I feel like that I've been fading the Bills pretty much every week this season, and I think it's gone 50-50 for me. Um, but there is something about this Dolphins team. Like they're essentially calling this game a pick 'em because as we know, like home field advantage is 3 points. So if you take home field advantage out of it, it's a pick 'em. Um, I this is a divisional matchup and crazy things can happen, but I think the dog comes loose in this one. I think the Dolphins take this one, and Josh Allen has been kind of crazy the past this season. Uh, I don't know. He's just such a wild card, and Tua has been playing amazing. And the Dolphins team, like I've just been seeing like a couple of videos over the past week of just the Dolphins just being bros, just having a great time, just being a team. And I'm gonna ride it. I'm gonna ride Dolphins +3, and I kind of hate it. I kind of hate all the picks for this game. I hate the line. I hate the teams playing, and I hate the over under. But I'm just going Dolphins. Call me recency bias. Everyone knows I'm part of two and on, but
That's true.
I don't know.
You should have
I
got your hat out.
Yeah, but that's kind of a lot of work. It was downstairs.
It's a
Um,
piece of tinfoil.
yeah, and I have to open a drawer to get it.
Oh my god. All right.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so next game, Pats Cowboys. Cowboys home favorites 6.5 on the book that I saw. Um, I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna take this one. I'm going Pats +6.5 here. I think the Pats defense can hold them to a close game. I think that everyone's going to be on the Cowboys. Be like, oh yeah, Cowboys perfect bounce back game for them because they lost to the Cardinals. That dog shit team that's actively tanking, publicly actively tanking. So I'm taking the Patriots here, and I don't feel great about it. I don't feel great about any of these picks, which at the same time gives me hope because I felt great about all my picks last week. So I'm taking the Pats. I wouldn't feel great about taking the Cowboys either, but I'm taking the Pats. Their defense this year has been really good. Um, yeah, that's it. Pats +6.5 defense. Chris.
I agree. I think the Pats will keep it close. I couldn't pull the trigger on the spread, so I'm going to go under 43. The Pats defense is really good. I also think their offense is very mediocre. So I think they'll be able to hold the Cowboys, and I don't think they're going to score a lot of points. So under 43. That's simple as that.
Sean, what do you think?
This is a game of the week, yes?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Both of America's teams going head to head. Um,
I mean, I
I hate,
guess.
I hate, yeah,
Makes
that's
sense.
what, yeah. Hate to do this to you, Chris, but I'm going over 43.5 here. Um, Pat scored 20 on the Eagles. They scored 17 on the Dolphins. I think they keep it close with the Cowboys, but I do see a decent amount of points being scored in this game. Um, it was just another, like, I think I've been riding Cowboys unders for a little bit, and they haven't really worked out all that well. Uh,
Yeah.
so
Hmm.
I'm switching it up this week. It's just that's kind of all it is, if I'm being honest. Is just it's more fading myself from weeks past to not
Hmm.
make the same mistakes.
It's
So
good. Well,
I'm gonna ride with the over on that one.
I get that. What was the total? Was it week? Yeah, week 2 against the Jets. Do you remember?
it had to have been low.
I mean, yeah, but it was like 40. Was it 40? They score 40, or was it 30? I can't remember.
It
It's
was
probably 30.
it was 25 total. It was 15-10.
No, I was talking about the Cowboys. Sorry.
Oh, the Cowboys
Yeah,
when they
I
played the
forgot that.
Jets.
Yeah, I forgot they had
Oh,
both
okay.
played the Jets.
Yeah, it was 40.
Okay, so that probably went over because that was probably in the 30s. So I mean, yeah, I get that. It is a low total, so it could honestly just accidentally go over.
Yeah, I think this is the. Hold on, let me see. So this is the same over under as the Cardinals, pretty much, because theirs was 43,
Yeah.
and this one is 43.5. So yeah, I'm not gonna make the same mistake twice here. Um, just gonna rock the over. It and like God, I had so many unders last week that I
I
felt
think I did too.
sick.
Yeah.
I felt
Yeah.
sick rooting for these unders because we were literally sitting there and just being like, okay, nothing else has to happen, and it's the
It was
middle of the third
terrible.
quarter.
I think I had. I'm gonna have to go back and look at this. I think I had 3 unders and 1 over. All 3 unders, or 2 of the 3 unders lost, and the over wasn't even close. Or 2 overs. I had 2 overs, and they both weren't even close.
Yeah, the was one of the overs the Titans Browns.
I had 3 overs then, yeah, because I
Oh,
had
okay.
that, and I had Falcons Lions was what was that, like 20-6 or something like that,
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
20
and
to
then
7.
20 whatever, and then I had oh yeah, the Bills Commanders, which if the Commanders could fucking done anything, that probably would have hit, but
If they
whatever.
would have scored a touchdown instead of that pussy field goal.
God, Ron Rivera should be fired for that alone.
Yeah. Whatever. Well,
He's the anti Sean McVay.
yeah, he's not hot.
That's not what I meant, but you're right.
But I say we move on to Sunday night. What do you guys think?
I think
Sounds
you're
good to me.
correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Sunday night football. This game before the season probably would have rocked, but this game this week for this season kind of stinks. It's the Chiefs at the Jets at MetLife. Jets are home dogs by 9.5. Uh, God, this game, I don't, I, I know what I'm picking, but I don't know. This game just kind of stinks to me. This is just a heavy favorite and a heavy underdog. Sean, what do you think?
Well, I was just about to volunteer to take it, so I'm glad you threw it to me. Um, I'm going Chiefs minus 9.5 here. I mean, Chiefs like to lay their dick out on the table against terrible teams. And the Jets are definitely a terrible team. Like you said, Chris, Zach Wilson is the fucking worst quarterback I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
I think they just put a whomping on him. On primetime, you know Taylor's going to be watching. He's got to show out again. So, give me the Chiefs -9.5 here. I mean, this was another one where I looked at the text thread and I was like, yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs spread. It's probably high, but I'm going to take it. Chris,
Where
do
is
you
this
know?
game?
It's
No,
in,
I mean I will, but where is this game?
it's in New York
Oh, okay.
or MetLife.
I was just
Mhm.
curious. I didn't know. I mean, Taylor Swift can still go, but it's not like she just can't go to New York. But, I'm
She
going to
probably
take
has a house there.
probably.
Yeah.
She's like a multi-billionaire, so probably. But I'm going to take under 42.5. The Chiefs have struggled against defenses with a pulse. So everyone not the Bears, who they just dummied. But the Jets they do have a really good defense. Obviously, their offense is god awful. I think the Chiefs might struggle again, honestly, just to put up points. I think they will dominate this game, but they won't. They're not going to let up the scoreboard, if that makes sense. Like, they're just going to hold on to the ball. They're going to squeeze it. They're going to get their points, but I just don't think the Jets score at all. So, just the spread made me nervous because Mahomes is just not good with these big numbers. So I'm going to take under 42.5. Honestly, this is a snoozer. This is a Sunday night date night game. Honestly,
Ooh.
this
Yeah.
like, hey, but like, you're more important than football this week. Let's go out. Like, oh, it's the
That's a
Chiefs.
4D
Are you
chess
sure?
game.
No, actually, I just thought this in my head. She's gonna want to watch it because she's gonna want to see if Taylor Swift is there. Damn it!
Well, you could always go to a bar and
I,
grill, you know.
I
They'll have
guess,
the
yeah.
game on there. So,
Chili's.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some
Chili's Bar and Grill.
get some sizzling fajitas and a
Get
margarita.
a nice skillet cookie. Have the game on the third TV over there. Actually, yeah, I might pitch that. That sounds like
Yeah.
a phenomenal idea.
That sounds like a wonderful night, if I'm being honest.
Now I just want some chips and salsa.
Will, what's your play here?
So, as we all know, the Jets are going to pick up Trevor Siemian. And do you know what that means?
What does that mean, Will?
It means nothing because
Okay.
I'm taking the Chiefs -9.5. Trevor Siemian is a bum. We all know that.
He's not going to play.
Nothing has changed. We don't know that.
I guess that's fair. Like, yeah, we
Yeah.
don't.
Listen, the Jets are down bad. They got Joe Namath insulting Zach Wilson on every chance he gets. The Jets are on a downward spiral. The Jet is going down.
Oh.
We should
make T-shirts. That was a good line.
The Jet is falling to the ground. Chiefs -9.5. Let's go. We're gonna lay the number. Yeah. I mean, like, Chiefs are gonna win by 2 touchdowns. Don't overthink
Probably.
it. Keep it simple.
I just want to say one thing. I've just been thinking about this all week. I feel so bad for Zach Wilson.
He plows his dude's moms.
Who cares? He's so bad at his job. Just if I were him, I would retire in the middle of the season. Like, I would have retired after last week.
Did you
He's so bad.
Did you see that video of that fan heckling him about
No, I didn't.
He was coming
Yes.
off the field and that fan who sits like sideline, he was just shouting like, "Hey Zach, these tickets aren't cheap." Which is just man. I felt a little bad for him there, but also like I don't know, like just cut him loose. Like he's
I
obviously
would.
not good. Like
I
just
mean, yeah. Also, like what? Like Robert Sala, what are you doing?
yeah,
Like this is inhumane. This is malpractice.
yeah.
This
Like
is.
in the
He's
normal
so bad.
working class, if you're in the normal working class, if you're not good at your job, you get fired. But they just continue to let him, perform. And
And like everyone in that locker room has to hate him.
yeah,
So just like
yeah.
he has no. He might have like a couple friends, like the backup long snapper or something, but just I feel so bad for him that everyone hates him. He's so bad. He's not going to get any better. So just I would retire right now if I were Zach Wilson. Just like, you know what? I'm still young. I'm like 24, 25. Let's go sell like real estate back in Utah or something. Like this, like it he can't be having fun. Like, yes, he's getting paid probably a lot of money, but still, this cannot be enjoyable. Just retire, go sell used cars, do something, anything else. I I feel genuinely bad for him.
I feel that.
I
I
mean,
feel that.
it's a tale as old as time for Jets quarterbacks.
It's never been this bad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I
I
don't think
also haven't
any
been
like
watching football that long.
Sam
So,
Sam Darnold was atrocious, but I mean, at least like he could do something. Zach Wilson can't do anything. I say this, he'll probably drop 3 touchdowns this week, but I mean, good lord, he's so bad. But
Maybe
that's
Zach
I just
will.
wanted to,
Maybe Zach will see this, and this will light the fire underneath him.
I was also thinking
yes,
about
as we all
this.
know, Zach Wilson is a big fan of Three for the Money.
We don't like to advertise that.
As we actively shit talk him on the.
I will say this. I was thinking about this early in the week too. Do you remember when they played the Titans 2 years ago? It was,
Yes,
and
unfortunately.
he looked like a completely different person. Like I remember he was like scrambling out of the pocket, like directing guys where to go. And it was like that one game. Also, the Titans. I mean, the defense was good, but the Titans were dog shit. Um, but I was
We
like,
had a bunch of injuries that game.
where did that guy go? Like he showed like somewhat of a dog, like half a dog, for like a 3-legged dog
Well,
for a game, and then was just that was gone, and it hasn't been remotely seen since.
well, it's like I don't know. I feel like he might have lost some of his confidence after like being the backup. Like he's no like as soon as they traded for Aaron Rodgers, it was like, oh, well, I'm not the starter. They don't believe in me. He could have lost some of his confidence, but I
Even
don't
like
know.
going back to
I
that year, like he was terrible. Like he's always been terrible, except for like that game and maybe like another one. So I don't want to turn this into the shit on Zach Wilson fest, but I mean,
but I will if I need
just
to.
retire. If I were him, I would retire mid-season. Like this is has to be
Yeah.
the worst.
It's like you look like a bitch doing that though. You know, like
The opinion of him cannot get lower.
true.
Like no
Yeah.
one's sitting here and like holding out on Zach Wilson and like, oh, you're tired. It's like, oh, well, that's it. Like I'm like he's the worst. Like no, if he retired right now, I'd be like, good for you, man. Like just get out of this.
Word.
Heard.
Yeah.
But sorry, that was just my thing.
No,
Sorry.
I mean, you're right. Like
I
he's not
genuinely feel
good.
bad.
He's
I
not
I
good.
just genuinely feel sorry for him. Not
Yeah.
sorry because like that implies that I pity him, and I don't, because again he is like going to be a multimillionaire for being the worst at his job.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
just I don't know,
True.
just retire.
All right, slamming Zach Wilson aside, let's move on to Monday Night Football. This game also stinks. It's the Seahawks at the Giants, second night in a row at MetLife. Giants are surprisingly favored by 1.5. Monday Night Football. No more double headers. No more double headers. Chris, what do you think?
Um, I I get it is surprising. Actually, it's very surprising the Giants are favored, considering Daniel Jones is afraid of the dark. It's a tale as
Yes.
old as time. What is he like 1-14 now in games that take place after his bedtime?
11.
Uh, oh,
Yes.
1-11.
sorry, one
No,
and
you're good.
11.
I just want to be factual. I just want to be
No, you are,
factual.
you are. Seahawks money line. Uh, if this game was being taken place during the day, I would be taking the Giants. But it's at night. Daniel Jones is afraid of the dark. Seahawks money line. Like, how do you not at this point?
Yeah, it's that's also going to be my play. I mean, listen, we coined the phrase here on the show, you know. Is everyone else saying it? No, it's us. We're the only ones saying it because we like it. And we know that Daniel Jones is afraid of the dark. Seahawks money line is the play. There's really not much to say. Also, I was also scared of like taking the under in this game. Just because I feel like we would all take the Seahawks here. I was like, well, maybe I should take the under to be different. But like the Seahawks have put up 30 points the past 2 weeks, and they let in 30 points. They've played some high scoring games, and so obviously like prime time, anything can happen, but most of the time nothing happens in prime time. Uh, but I'm sticking with Seahawks money line. What do you want, Chris?
I was going to say, it does happen in primetime game. Field goals. Over 3.5 field goals. Also doing that for the Sunday night game, too.
I think I probably won't do that for Sunday night.
I'm
Just
doing
because
that
of the
with
touchdowns.
I'm doing that with every primetime game.
That's fair.
It's been working.
Yeah.
Can't deny that.
I
Can't
mean,
Yeah,
deny it.
I will never deny that. Sean,
got to roll with it.
Well, this is going to be a smooth transition because not only is this my surefire pick, but we all agree on this pick. It's Seahawks money line. I mean, listen. God, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here with what y'all just said, but Danny Dimes is afraid of the dark. He just cannot win when the game is past, what is it, like 8 p.m. in New York or wherever he is.
it's like
He
past
just
like 5.
he just
If the
can't.
sun is down,
Yeah, if the sun is down, he cannot win. It's just that simple. Why they keep giving why the Giants have two primetime games within 2 weeks of each other is beyond me. I don't know. I don't make the schedule, but you have to go Seahawks money line here. The line does not make sense. I don't know why the Seahawks are underdogs here. I really don't. Seahawks are a better team than the Giants, and that felt like bleach coming out of my mouth. But that felt gross to say. But they are. The Giants are not good. They are not the Giants from last season. This doesn't make sense to me, but if they're going to give me plus odds on the money line, I'm definitely going to take it. So, Seahawks money line, lock in my surefire pick as well, which
I love it.
would be a great transition because I would like to know what y'all's surefire picks are.
Ooh.
Oh, my surefire pick. Oh, I would love to give my surefire pick. So, divisional matchup. What's up?
You going to win one this week?
I fucking hope so. I would really, really like to win one. It's been kind of murdering my bankroll here. My surefire pick this week: AFC North matchup. Ravens at the Browns. I'm taking Ravens +3. I might even take Ravens money line, but I think I'm just going to give out the 3 right now. And do you know why I'm taking the Ravens here?
Give
It
it
is
to me.
because Harbaugh, when he is an underdog, is 24-1 against the spread in the past 25 games.
Wow. I mean,
Oh, wow.
I think this Browns line screams trap. So I think you're very smart for taking the Ravens here. I mean, I know the Browns are at home, but uh, and I know the Ravens just lost to the Colts as a what they opened as a like nine
Double
and a half
digit.
point favorite.
I think it closed at double digits, I think.
Yeah, they lost outright to the Colts in overtime. Browns just mollywopped the Titans. Um, I think you're very smart for taking the Ravens here. This is a very bounce back game for the Ravens, and this is a very overconfident game for the Browns.
Yes. This was easily a look ahead game from last week. Last week they were looking ahead to this game because this game obviously means a lot more than than winning against the Colts. Obviously they want to win each game, but that was a look ahead game. All right. This is the game that they want to win. Divisional matchup. Let's roll. Chris, what is your surefire?
Thank you for asking. I already touched on it a little bit earlier, but I'm going Bills minus 2.5. Um, like I said, I think the Dolphins are going to be like they're overconfident right now. They're coming into Buffalo. They think their shit don't stink. Buffalo is really good. They're also really good at home. Obviously, everyone knows they're really good. They've won their last. They've actually, excuse me, they're 13-2 in their last 15 home games, and they've won 7 straight home games against the Dolphins. So you know what? It's less than a score. Give me the Bills minus 2.5. I love this play. I think everyone's going to be on the Dolphins. I'm so excited for the Bills just to crush them. And everyone on first take will be like, "Oh, the Dolphins frauds," because like they won 70-20 and now they lost by 10 to Buffalo. Are they frauds? Nah. Bills all the way minus 2.5. I love it.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, that's our surefire picks. Let's go over the other plays we got.
Real quick.
What?
Chris, when you said you took the Bills and Dolphins over the last time they played, was that the game that was in Buffalo and the winds were like 50 miles an hour and there was like a snowstorm?
Was that the
No,
snowball game?
Was that game?
no, it wasn't. I realized
Okay.
as soon as I said it, I wanted to correct myself. I took this in the same spot. It was the first time they played last year. It was in
Oh,
Miami,
okay. Okay.
and it was like the same thing. Like both teams have been scoring like 40 points a game.
Okay.
So I was like, oh yeah, over like 50.5 easy, and they didn't even sniff it.
Okay.
So
Well, I was trying to, because I had like a locked memory that was just like awakened just now.
no, yeah, yeah. As
Okay.
soon as I said it, I was like, that wasn't the last time they played. Like I
Okay.
think they also played in the playoffs, so they played twice
That might
since
have
then.
been the playoff game.
The
I don't
playoff games
remember,
that
but
was Skylar Thompson coming out party.
yeah. That might have been. Yeah. Okay. That's the game I was thinking of then.
Yeah. But I think
Cool.
they also did play when it was like, yeah, when it was like legitimately like 10 feet of snow in Buffalo.
Yeah, something crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
All right. Well, Chris, what are the rest of your plays?
okay, I got Vikings minus 3.5 against the Panthers. Panthers are on my list. They suck. I'm finally fully embracing it. I knew they weren't going to be good, but they're terrible. The Vikings got to get one. They
Yes.
need this game.
Yeah.
So Vikings minus 3.5. I think they should roll. The 3.5 makes me a little nervous, but I'm taking it. Um, Ravens Browns under 41. I think this is a stinky, stinky, stinky game. I just think both defenses show out. And you know what, Will? I'm gonna jump in your foxhole every day until you get one of these right. Ravens plus 3. if they lose by 50 points, I'm done. I'm done with you.
That's fair.
You're on
But
the list.
yeah, I'm just gonna fade everything you take.
Yeah, I mean,
But no, Ravens plus. In all seriousness, let's serious pick show. Ravens +3. What are you doing? Eagles first half against the Manders, excuse me, -4.5. It worked last week. Manders start slow as hell, so let's go 4.5 with the Eagles, and then another under, kind of stinky. Bucks Saints under 40.5. The total has gone under in 5 of the last 6 games in this series, and it's gone over in 5 straight Saints home games. So give it to me. Under 40.5. Oh, excuse me, I have one more. Chargers -5.5 against the Raiders. The Raiders suck. The Chargers need a lay your nuts on the table game, and I think this is it. I think they win by 20. So Chargers -5.5, and yep, that's the rest of the bunch. Let's win them all. Honestly,
yes. Let's win all of our bets. I only have 2 more plays. Responsibly. Listen, I got Steelers -3 at the Texans. All right, the Steelers they got a great defense. What they just mollywhopped the Raiders, and Kenny Pickett just threw for 2 touchdowns in a game for the first time. Good for him. This is a changing of the guard. The Steelers are back. Texans stink. Everyone's high on the Texans because they beat the Jags outright. That's why they're only 3-point dogs at home. Taking the Steelers. Elite defense. CJ Stroud is a rookie. That's it, pretty much, for the Steelers game. And then I also have the Saints Bucks under 40.5. I mean, I remember a year or 2 ago, they had a game end like 2-3 or something.
it's 9-6.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. That can't. I mean, that has been happening since then, but that can't happen again. But if it's gonna happen again, I'm gonna bet on it. I'm gonna bet on it to happen again because we bet patterns. That's it. Sean, what do you think? What do you got?
Well, I also have the Bucks Saints under 40.5
Let's
because
go.
this is the annual, Marshawn Lattimore and Mike Evans get in a fight game. Someone's gonna get kicked
Oh, right,
out.
yes, yes.
Someone's gonna get kicked out. Something weird's gonna happen, and also, same as you will, the last time that I remember these teams playing, it was one of the worst games I've ever watched in my entire life. Which also was when Marshawn Lattimore and Mike Evans got in a fight.
Yes.
So let's run it back. Under 40.5. I also have the 49ers -14 against the Arizona Cardinals. Do not fall into this trap. Do not fall into this Cardinals hype. 49ers are going to steamroll the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
Cardinals are coming off a big win against the Cowboys for them. For a team
Might be
that's
the only win of the season.
maybe. For a team that's actively tanking, this is a big win for them. And you know what? They're not going to do it again. And 49ers are just better. It's just like I think the 49ers are probably the best team in the league. They're definitely the most complete team in the league. So I'm not falling into the trap. I'm not taking the cheese. I'm not eating the peanut butter, whatever you want to call it. Take the Niners -14.5 here. I also have the Manders and Eagles over 44.5. I like this over. Probably the Eagles are going to score most of those points, but, Manders start slow, and they'll get points in the second half at some point. We'll see. Maybe. I don't know. But, yeah, I like that over. I've also got the Rams money line against the Colts, which that's a pick 'em if you didn't see the line. It's even. So, I don't know if Tony Richardson's going to play.
I
Down.
hate that.
I
I
only
hate that.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything. He's been out the past or he was out
Week.
last week. But I do like the Rams here. They just lost in a pretty devastatingly fashion to the Bengals on Monday night. It's a short week for the Rams, but come out strong again and just roll over the Colts. And I think that's what's going to happen. So, and that's it. I don't have a very long card this week because I'm trying to limit myself, because if I limit myself, I don't have as many losses.
Yes.
You also don't have as many wins.
Theoretically, that is true. But also, the same could be said for about losses. So,
scared money don't win money.
Oh well.
I'm in the same boat, but I know I'm gonna wake up on Sunday and be like, oh, I like this too. Oh yeah. yeah. Let me add this. Yeah. That's how my Sunday mornings are. And then
Okay.
that's how I get ready for football.
Yeah, give me that. Yeah.
Go to the farmer's market.
All right.
Stay tuned to the Twitter in case we change any picks. Follow us on Instagram. We make a little nice graphic where we post all of our picks. Follow us on TikTok. We post the Bandit Thursday night play, and also the Bandit parlay, the all dog parlay, which I think 0 legs hit last week. So he's been sleeping outside since then. But he's gonna make that up. He's gonna make that up.
Like this video so Benny gets to sleep inside this week.
Yes.
He's right here.
Yeah, but he's going right outside after we record.
He's sleeping right now.
It's not
sleeping
bedtime
right
yet.
now.
Just kidding, we don't.
Like this video.
Don't come at us, PETA. Actually, you know what? PETA, come at us. I want that smoke. Let's go.
Yes.
Actually, if we got recognized by PETA, that'd be huge. So
yeah, maybe we should.
It'd be pretty big.
All right. Let's just end it before we say something wrong.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Like this video so Bandit can eat today.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Follow us on everything. Link is in the bio. Like, comment, subscribe. And we'll see you next time. There's 3 of us. Now let's make some money.